Stop me if you've heard this one before. Word is Brett Favre is retiring. Maybe. Possibly. This time it might be for real. We think. Perhaps. I'm Larry Beal, joined by Yahoo Sports NFL writer Mike Silver. Mike, this is the breaking news. Do you believe Brett Favre is really going to quit at this point? He's got some ankle problems. That seems to be the issue here.
You know, Larry, how can I believe him with any sense of finality? 882 days ago, I sat there along with everybody else and watched Brett at Lambeau tear up and talk about his unbelievably great career, how it was over, and how he was moving on. And, you know, as you know, there have been countless reports back and forth in the 2+ years since then about what he has definitely decided to do. He went and had 11 great games for the Jets and then a rough ending. He said he was retiring again. He went to Minnesota. He performed beyond my and most people's wildest dreams. Beat the Packers twice, beat them in Lambeau, got to within an overtime of leading the Vikings to the Super Bowl. And so, yes, you could make a case that he's done enough and should be comfortable retiring. But remember that a year ago, almost exactly, late July, he said, you know what, I can't believe that I told the Vikings no, but, you know, and this opportunity may not come around again, but I'm not playing. And 3 weeks later, he was chilling in the back of Chili's Escalade and getting ready for a season.
But the one thing that might be different this time around is that it appears as though Favre has done everything he can to prepare for the season, yet his ankle isn't coming around. That might lead us to believe that, well, 6 to 8 weeks from now, if his ankle's feeling better, he jumps in at mid-season. Is that a viable scenario?
I think anything is a viable scenario. He loves drama. He loves to be needed. And let's face it, last year we were hearing the same things about the biceps and how, you know, he just didn't know if he was going to be able to throw the ball. A cynic would say that insulates him from criticism if he doesn't have a good year. People will say, oh, well, the ankle didn't respond, or oh, last year the biceps didn't respond. I think that the Vikings will, and by the Vikings I mean owner Ziggy Wolf and Coach Brad Childress, will do everything they can to make him feel wanted. They'll throw money at the problem. They'll throw love at the problem. And, maybe he just doesn't want to play the Saints in week 1 after the way they treated him in that NFC Championship game.
Well, let's get to it then. I know you're skeptical, and, you've said in your column you think that Favre is the NFL's most conspicuous drama queen. But
right, with apologies to T.O. and Chad Johnson, 2 guys I love dearly, but yes.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, bottom line here, week 1 against the Saints, who do you think will be lining up at quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings?
Bottom line, I think it'll be Brett Favre. I don't think he can stay away. I think he loves the drama, and I think he can still play. He proved to a lot of people, including me last year, that he's even more amazing than we thought. He had an incredible season last year. I think he'll be out there. If he's not out there that game, I'll think he'll be out there for that Monday night game against the Jets in week 5 at the new Meadowlands Stadium. Another great dramatic entrance. I've communicated with a couple of Vikings players today. They say, we think this is far from final. If he doesn't come, he doesn't come, but we're not giving up hope by any means, and I think they're right not to do so.
All right, as always, we will see how it plays out with Brett Favre. Mike Silver, thanks for the time. This is Yahoo Sports coverage of the NFL.